What's up, you guys? How y'all doing? So earlier I was outside and I heard "Don't panic." You know, so when I'm out, I could hear a lot more clearer because things that we go through in life, the struggles, homelessness, just feeling like you out here surviving, trying to pretty much fix your life and for the better of your kids, people around us, and things like that. But I heard, don't panic, strip, go all in. But it's going to be a process. This is a process. Somebody need to know that. This is a process, the way you feel, wanting to give up, not understanding what it's going to sound like sometimes, when you try to tell other people. Because, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. But instead, when you're vulnerable, we say a lot of things that we sometimes want to regret because, it's hard trying to point the finger back at yourself. How can you fix this? Where can you get better at? And I'm telling you, you are a process. So try to relax. Because as I'm telling you this, I'm telling myself this. This is what I do. I live for this, survival thing, and it ain't always fun. Sometimes it may feel a lot like survival, but for the most part, for me, it's pretty much over. But the attachments, sometimes, some of them are stuck. And that's a daily work, but we don't want to focus just on that. But if you have to do what is best for you, you know yourself better than anybody else. And this life is meant to, help you in a way where you may not like it, but in the end, you're going to love it because that's what it's going to do. Life is going to teach you, okay? So I hope somebody received this message. I thank you all for being here, especially if you came back. Thank you. All right, if you new, I'm new too. We all new on here. But I'm happy. I'm grateful in spite of how I feel. Also, it's been heavy on me to really, how can I say it? Make it clear about the illusions and, just feeling like you're seeing things. When you are a special person, a child of God, however you want to see it in a positive way, it is already hard enough and it's not fair, when you gotta learn both. So the good thing is, on the brighter side, you're a child of God. And if you don't know him, get to know him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to pressure nobody. I believe in the Most High. I believe in his son, Jesus. Okay? You cannot believe in the Father without believing in the Son. You have kids, you can relate to that. If you don't, then this is no offense to anybody. But if you get it, thank you. Because never mind. I want your honest, grown opinion, not doing this same stuff trying to prove a point, y'all. So when you grown, we just learn it every day. So even if you don't agree with it, hey. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to say. Thank y'all for showing up. Leave a comment. Thumbs up this video, please. If you don't mind, I would love that. And yeah, we're gonna get this show on the road. It's chill, ain't it? Can't y'all tell? I'm chill. Everybody at school, I don't know about you, but sometimes, you may not still feel chill, but I just thought I'd say that because I'm chilling. Y'all, this situation is humbling, especially when you realize you can still laugh and play. And I struggle with these things every day. But then I realize I'm just getting started. And that's what happened when you build good things on top of good things, always seeing the good out of the bad, because it's going to help you in times like this. And I just be needing to really, well, y'all have to know anyway, but it's a bonus when I want to still help you understand, like, you're not by yourself. Especially, like I said, when you out here trying to find a living, get your life together with your kids, spouses and stuff like that. We forget about us, and sometimes we don't know anymore. We get older. And I think sometimes we need to just slow down a little bit. I'm proud of myself. I ain't gonna lie. This is, even though I talk a lot, I do. It still feel, I heard anticipate. And it's anticipating. It's still new. It's annoying. It's like raising a baby, and then next thing you know, they raising themselves. That's what it feel like. I ain't lying, because if you know, why don't you do it? Because that's how they be annoying you. What you just be like, you just want to just send them off and be like, just go, just whatever. But we learn from that, don't we? Because once they get it, sometimes they get agitated. It's frustrating not being able to speak how you want, and you need somebody to translate that. And you know what I'm saying? Transmute the energy into something bigger and better than what's around us, because it's not our excuse, but it is a main thing that we do want to address sometimes. We don't always like where we reside or how we end up in life, you know what I'm saying? And let's be real, material things do help. Money do help. It do help you feel better, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bonus too. But I don't want to sit here, let's be real, and be ignorant and say, I don't need that anyway. Yes, you do. You just being humble right now. And sometimes, patience. Patience is a virtue. Your patience is also your reward. Because God wants us to really be able to trust Him, not knowing all the time. That's a bonus too, but when you know better, you do better. And when you hear Him, like you know you do, it's going to be all of a sudden, huh? What you say, Lord? No. And here's the thing, He's not bashing you. He's not getting on you like that. It feels that way because sometimes it just feels bad, like you're doing wrong when somebody got to get a little loud with you. Let's be real. Some of us is just a little hard-headed. You don't know it. I keep telling you, like, this really go back to childhood, but now that's another thing that fell on me too. You're on your own. You're doing good. You're doing real good, whether you know it, believe it, or not. Because, baby, when I get on here, I am humble. I have to humble myself because I'm trying, but I'm also doing it. And it's like, it goes back and forth. It's like a conflict sometimes because it challenges me to believe and do something different. I'm used to being loud and moving around, still having fun with my children, and it wasn't always the best as far as me go. But your kids are your life, and you can still have fun. I may not be doing it right now at this moment, but I know it's coming again, and it's going to be better, and then it's going to get better and better and better because you're building. All right. And another thing, too, was, they getting older. Our children, if you have some, and, you just want to make the best of it. I think that's not what I wanted to say for real, but that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. But I just wanted to elaborate that a little more, but it's okay because I'm just like really chilling. I got an appointment later and going with time, So really sharing this with y'all is my passion. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to be able to share a lot of things with you. But right now, I feel like that's a big choice. And if that's something I want to do, I'm going to work towards it. But until then, I'm going to give you what I have. All right? And I don't want it to be nothing more, nothing less. I just want it to be just like any other regular video. Okay? So y'all take care. Be blessed. This is your girl, Miss Universe. All right? Welcome to my channel. Support your girl. Love yourself. Let this video do something for you. Get something out of it. Because I just got this feeling where somebody's just going to go on about their little business. And I'm going to pray for you anyway. Because you got to go where you're fed. You got to go where it's genuine for you. Sometimes we don't realize we accepting certain things that we were really taught to tolerate, y'all. So when I get on here after I had a long day with my kids, it still don't give me a right to get on here and make an excuse for you. We do it with our relationships, supposedly. But even though we know it's not what it's supposed to be, we still do it every day. We work on it. And then when you think about it, okay, we're going to be making up. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. So it's going to be better. Same thing with your personal life. Or when you feel like you're alone. Build that relationship with yourself, with God. And just take your time. Chill. Because it's really already done. And I just be having to find myself every once in a while and really just calm down, because when you think too long, you think wrong. When you think too hard, things can blow up. So if that's not where you want to be in life, if this is not who you want to be, you're it. Every level is something different, I promise you. Think of it or look at it as always having to change your uniform. But instead, it just feel like you're constantly changing your clothes. And you don't know what to pick. But when it's a uniform, you used to it. You get used to it. But with different clothes, you just changing your clothes. So that's how you got to look at it sometimes, with your life situation. It just feel like you steady changing over here. You got to move over here. You got to deal with your children. You got to deal with work. You got to deal with the people you love. But man, when you're doing what you love, things just seem like it just sneak up on you, don't it? Like a sneak attack. And I'm telling you, it's powerful. It's so powerful. Do what's going to ease your mind. I know a lot of us abuse certain things. But you know what? This is how we learn, y'all. So out the gate, you should just look at it like, I get it. They should ban this. Example, marijuana. But on the other hand, why? Because some people abuse it. Some people say it's not good. Some people say it is. And honestly, I just feel like it's all in who you are. Now, once again, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do just because it's cool. Sometimes, these things become habits because we're not used to like learning about everything that we need to be learning. And there's a time frame for a lot of things. It's a season for, you know, a lot of things for our life to be the way it's supposed to be. And remember this, because I be reminded that your storm really says a lot about how you react. So if you're learning, don't try to correct yourself once you know better. Like, don't go hard on yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Because when you was going through it, you didn't really care. Okay? You just wanted to get there. You just wanted to get there to get out of that. Then you think, where am I going? So if you have a goal, after a while you're going to be like, where I'm going? This ain't even worth it no more. I don't even want to do this restaurant business no more. I don't want to be a teacher no more. Because I can't afford this. But then if I get this, it's a lot. Play what's in your hand, what you've been dealt. If you want it so much, if that's what you want, because I'm learning this too, y'all. Sometimes I move so fast, it make me sad. Because I be like, if I had to just slow down, I kind of would have got an understanding if I was more enlightened, if I was more open. But that's how you learn. But that don't mean we're going to keep being ignorant. It means slow down sometimes. Chill. Because you still have to deal with, you know what I'm saying? So just hear me out. Because God is good. Yeah. We need a moment, y'all. Because I have to get on myself, like, because, man, I be like, when? I've been doing this by myself for so long, and I get on Facebook, I get on different apps, and I be hearing people crying, and I can't do this no more, I'm by myself. Yo, but people want kids, though. Remember, you was once a kid, now we don't understand. Look what you had to go through. Yo, this ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. This is for us. I feel like this is for the chosen ones and people who are called. Because nowadays, being called, you got to be chosen. No, you don't. Many are called, few are chosen. And when you chosen, it's mind-blowing, because you can really, help me to slow down, Lord. It's like, you don't have a choice. Versus being called, you're already in it, and it feel like you just in it. But you know you're chosen, you're picked. But you're not chosen. You get what I'm saying? You're picked. But when you're in it, you feel like you're really chosen. That's a great spirit. Because you are. Because you said you are. But you know, you can't really help people who are already there. It's just interesting how you can vibe with the opposite to learn something from one another. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it feels like everything is out of your control when you're chosen. Because you just learn how to give everything to God, because you pretty much have to go through every single thing that you're called to break. Generational curse breaker. So it is time out to stop psyching yourself. And it may, you know, touch a little people's toes a little bit. May ruffle your little feathers right now, but I'm here for you. You know, it is very hard and challenging to try to keep up with God and yourself with others on a different level of, I could really utilize this. I can really make this work. But how? Bro, look at everybody who's suffering. Most of them. And then you be like, man, I'm inspired. That's encouraging. Because they ain't even really trying much. They just being. We do got to be careful, y'all. I don't care. We still got flesh. And it's something about when you know. But no answers. You gotta take from that and see it for what it is. Because the answer is right there. We just gotta listen. All right? Y'all have a beautiful day, because this weather been smacking me dead in the face, y'all. The other day, before I wrap this up, it was nice. So nice. Good Lord. My eye jumped. That's how I know it's the truth. Because this made me nervous. And literally, a couple of hours later, just a couple of hours later, I must have just slipped on my slippers and walked. Baby, I hit that door, and that wind, that breeze, I want to say breeze, 'cause I'm trying to be nice. It just whoop. Oh my God, it's cold. I had to hurry up and put on my long socks and my boots. Yeah, so y'all, listen, when y'all see me dressed like this, all cozy, it's cold. The weather tripping. And I wish it get itself together. And I really feel like it has a lot to do with energies. It really do, though. We got to be on the same page, man. Because, hey, listen, this is happening everywhere now. But you know what? We got to expect it to happen, too. Because it's a part of the word. In the last days, the weather going to be whoop, whoop. People going to be, you know. So we get caught up sometimes, and, you know, we got to go back and be like, remind ourselves, you know, like, okay, some things are just for us to know, and some things are just for people to find out. Because when you know, you just know. So anyway, even though in spite of all of this crazy stuff, weather too, we're going to be all right. And we're going to do this. All right? So y'all take care. I'm going to try to chillax a little bit, because, you know, time is going just a little, and sometimes I just feel like it be quick too, and I just be like, yeah. And yeah, so y'all just have a good day, because like I said, I gotta slow down sometimes. I move so fast, and I just be like, let me slow down a little bit and think about some things that, you know, I've been wondering about. You know, because when you grow out of certain levels, for me, I don't know about you, I get very impatient, because I be like, I just need to do it. I need to know. And I'm going to get it done. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for nobody to come and give it to you. And that's how it should be. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, to an extent. We still got to be humble enough to not let that pride get in the way, because your blessing could be on the other side of a person. Seriously. It don't have to be money. It could be a person. All right? And man should not live by bread alone. Nobody have to do this alone. But you got to do what you got to do. No option for yourself. But we don't have to do this alone, though, you know? So when you got to get up out that bed every day for yourself, just know you claiming what you want. So that way you can attract it. And I just feel like our weather back then was very genuine, because it was more genuine people. We went through the struggle. And then next thing you know, other people followed. And then another group of people followed. And What bad day? But we get so religious now. So I just feel like this, you know, if you're called to be religious, spiritual, stay prayed up, because you know what you got to do. You know what you're called to do. And we got to do it. We got to stay prayed up because y'all know. Y'all know. We still got a job to do. Okay? And they be wondering how. Most of the time they wonder how. I can give you a lot of reasons, but let your light so shine, so bright. That's how you know. All right? Got nervous. All right, y'all. Y'all take care.